Claude explained to me yesterday why Altair Basic 4 has a weird effect if you don't strip the upper bit when it's coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was having this weird thing when I was testing the cassette, right? And I try load Altair Basic like 8K Basic 4.0, and whenever you'd put a program in and you'd type list, the first character, all the keywords would vanish. So
Oh,
you type like print and it would say rint. And so I asked Claude what was going on because it doesn't happen with 4.1 extended basic, which is what I've been doing most of my testing with. And it said,
okay.
oh, yeah, there was a bug fix between 4.0 and 4.1
Uh,
where I guess when basic tokenizes the program,
uh-huh.
it marks the first letter of each of the keywords with this bit 7, right? The high bit. And that when you list the program and it's detokenizing it, it forgets to take that bit off. So instead of so
Okay.
so bit 7 is high, and your terminal program goes, I don't know what the hell that is. It doesn't print it. And I've been fighting that for 2 days. I asked Claude, and Claude went, "Oh yeah, this is why," and talked about all the tokenizing and everything. It was pretty funny.
There you go. This should give you a good idea at least where to, and you'll have to change it to use port 0 instead of port 10. But
Just in the 2SIO with the front panel. Now,
this should give you a basic idea if it'll receive or what it's receiving, if it's receiving at all.
yeah, I mean, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense that everything works perfectly fine in another computer, but not
Yeah.
in this one. I mean, I
Yeah.
even tried a different slot in the computer.
You're running the same code?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
the exact
Oh,
same program on both machines.
okay.
And I even PC got the thing onto
Right.
the computer just to make sure. I mean, it runs and it looks normal, but I still
Right.
did a PC get and tried it
Right.
again. But it's
Right. Yeah, because
just
I
not.
struggled with all when I first started playing around with the 2SIO, I struggled with the initialization and getting that just right. Because, I've got some serial boards that require initialization and some that don't. And if you don't initialize it, but that you know about that stuff. But yeah.
You know, to me, it's got to be something to do with the front panel because that's the only thing that hasn't been swapped out.
Okay.
That's I would never say that because I've said that so many times and then come back and regret it later.
I would guess it's not the front panel. If
Yeah.
you want to
Well,
know, put your 2SIO on, put it on like port F0.
Right.
The floor may be a good place to test your computer on if you don't
Yeah.
have enough room.
Yeah, I mean, just change the IO port and see if that changes what you're seeing.
Yeah, I think we all need to buy that t-shirt that says it runs on my machine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
Okay.
why I had him just loop back, transmit, and receive on the SIO
Right.
board itself. So assuming that cable's on the right pins, and then I had him just say, well, your receive data light should be on along with your transmit light, and if you type a key, they're both out of blink.
Right.
Yeah.
But apparently he can't see the LEDs while he's typing. So that's
yeah, my computer console is here, and the computer is actually on
Mm,
the other side of the.
well, that you need the cable for. I'm trying to just eliminate everything but the SIO board.
yeah.
But you need one of these, or there's other ones that have the. Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
not the problem. That's not the problem because I've already swapped the transmit and receive, and then I don't see anything on the modem. And I put the thing back to normal, and then I can see the modem LEDs blinking.
So both LEDs blink.
Yeah,
Now, modems are really sensitive to the control signals. Modems do not work with just transmit and receive generally.
it's set up that way for just regular X on, X off. Both my
Okay.
modems are. And I swapped out the
Okay.
modem. I
Doesn't matter.
swapped out the modem even and tried it, and it still doesn't even work with the Hayes modem. So
Okay. Yeah. But I
it's
mean, yeah, modems are always tricky because they want like their carrier detect and the request to send, clear to send, data terminal ready, data set ready, all these things. They all are meaningful to a modem, which is why they were put there in the first
right.
place.
But they're all turned off on both my modems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I've verified those settings with two different AIs.
Right.
Be-
Now, have you tried your modem directly off like a USB to serial off your computer to make sure the modem's working right?
The modem works fine. I plugged it into the other computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay.
Everything has been swapped out except the front panel board.
Where is the modem?
This
Is it
one-
reachable?
Huh?
Okay. How about just unplugging the DB25 and short pins 2 to 3?
I've
on the
already
end of the
done
cable?
that. I've
And what
already done
happened?
that. Nothing. Nothing comes
Okay.
back.
So basically you're
And I eliminated the cable and shorted 2 and 3 on the DE9 connector on the back of the computer.
Well,
Nothing.
if you're seeing,
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, yeah, there's something in that system that's not healthy. And if
Yeah.
you say the front panel is the one difference, then probably the front panel's not healthy somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's either that or the 88 2SIO JP board, which is what the console is connected to.
Oh, what? And they're both configured for different port numbers, right?
Yeah. The console is on 10H, 11H, and this is on 14H and 15H.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's yeah, so I should say the 88 2SIO JP, I didn't swap that out either.
Right. Yeah.
But
I stopped
I
using
mean,
my JP. It's so easy to get that thing to do nasty stuff to you.
but it works with everything else, just not
Right.
with a modem connection. I mean, if
Oh,
I
so if you put a second terminal on the port in place of the modem, do you see anything?
well, I have a connection on port 0 going to to the Altair 8800 computer to
Right.
play that deck pong
Right.
game. Deck pong works.
Okay.
So I know it's getting back and forth, data's getting back and forth that way.
And what
Yeah,
are you
but it-
using? What are you using to send data to the modem?
Port
What
0,
software?
port 0.
What
Well, I
software?
use my Z-term program.
It's a
Okay.
compiled basic program.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works fine with the Altair, with this modem, this cable and everything. It all works fine in the Altair, just not in the Zeltair.
Okay.
But you're running at a faster CPU rate over here, or no? Is the other one a Z80?
The Altair is a 8080, this is a Z80,
How fast?
2 megahertz.
I'm just wondering if it's some speed issue. We're finding all the differences. This one has a JP, the other one doesn't. This one's a Z80, the other one's not. I wonder if your basic program if there's a speed issue.
Well, this
But
Z80,
probably the other way we have the problem.
this Z80, I think it was from Lyndon Radish, and he had tweaked it to the maximum 2 megahertz, because the regular TDL circuit kind of floats between 2 megahertz and 1.8 megahertz, something like that. And he said he had this, he modified this and tweaked it so it's exactly at 2 megahertz all the time.
That sounds like a good place to start. Is put a different CPU card in there.
Famous
Well,
last words.
I swapped out the CPU card, no change.
Oh, okay.
What I do is change it off port 0 and put it somewhere else.
I did. I put it on port 1. It's still the same problem.
Well, it can't go to port 1.
Port 0 and 1
it would have to go to 2.
Yeah. And Walt, you sure you're using the same version of the exact same version of software on both of them?
Yeah, because I wrote the program. Yeah,
Well, just because
I've uploaded it twice. I've uploaded into the computer twice just to make sure there's no problem with the. I mean, it works. It looks all normal except for not receiving the bytes.
I'd put it on 14 and see if it makes a difference. I'd put it on IO 14 and see if it makes a difference.
Well, that's where the problem is on 14 and where it's when the board is at 14 and 15.
Oh, I thought it was on 0.
No.
How about swapping the two IO ports?
Yeah, the two SIOs.
I swapped it to 15 and 16, and that doesn't work either.
Here, if it was me, what I would do is I would take the 2SIO JP out. I would use the 2SIO on port 10.
Yeah,
see if it works on booting your CPM and your console and everything, right. And then put your modem on the second port and see if it works. Right. That's what I would do.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to readdress. Oh, the addressing JP isn't too difficult, is it?
Yeah, but if you just pull the JP out of the system.
Right, but if I'm going to plug the modem in later, I need the JP in there.
I know, Walt. Well, if it works without the JP, and then we put the JP back in and it doesn't work, that tells us where to start looking. If it works without the JP, then
you can put your modem on the second port on the 2SIO R1.
The second port is the serial FDC serial boot.
Oh, you don't run it off like okay.
Oh, you don't have an FTC Plus in here?
I've got FTC Plus is in there with ESP32 connected to it.
Right, so that's your disk drives.
Right.
You don't need disk drives on the JP as well.
Well, right now the JP is console and disk drives. So if I swap the addresses of the two boards, then the console.
Wait. How is the JP disk drives if you're using the FTC Plus with the ESP32?
Oh. Wait, you're right. Yeah, so I can move this cable over to.
Yeah, as long as the FTC Plus is set up to use its serial port.
Yeah.
Or your little ESP32, then that becomes your disk drives, and it does its own thing off on some weird high port number.
Oh, but the JP, does that have a 2SIO? I mean, 68B, or is that something else?
I think it's gotta be, yeah, but if you have a free port on the JP, just plug your modem into the second port on the JP and see if you get the same
right.
spec.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, but that's why I was asking if the JP has that 68B on it.
The other thing to check,
that's only if you're going above 38.4, I think, so it won't matter.
One other thing to check, by the way, would be the power supplies. Check your plus or minus. Check your plus or minus voltages.
I've already set everything's exactly where it should be, right on the bus. 8 volts, 15 volts.
Okay, yeah, because the Z80 doesn't need minus 15 and plus 15, whereas the 8080 does need that.
Right. Oh, I can't get this.
Yeah, the SIO JP and I know the SIO 2 board need those, but yeah, the CPU probably wouldn't. So Tim, you going to be able to demo today?
I should be able to. It was working before the call started, so that should have killed it.
Right on.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, why don't I get started with that? Because it takes 10 minutes to load BASIC. Why don't I get started with that and show you a couple things, and then we get back to Walt while it's loading BASIC, and then come back again.
No, I'm not loading basic. I'm just.
No, I am.
Oh, you're loading basic.
Yeah, we're yeah, what's
Yeah, he's going to demo loading from
that cassette? I just put in a share screen request. Okay, did it? Okay, now I should be able to share. Okay. Desktop. Okay, so, and oh, another little trick I figured out. So, is I found a program, you might like this, Patrick. It's called Quick Camera. It runs on the Mac, and it lets you take another webcam and set it up and put it on the screen. So hopefully you guys can see that.
Yeah.
But first
Yeah.
of all, a couple pictures. Let's do this first. Hang on a sec. Okay, so there should be. So there is the new board, the prototype. The real ones will look a little bit different. But there's the new board set up for cassette. There's the cassette interface that Mike sells. Drop down in the back of the cabinet. As you can see, it just has a ribbon cable that goes up and plugs into the new SIO board. So real simple, real simple. There it is all installed, and there's a couple of tapes.
It's set to different I/O ports, correct?
Right, so it's set
that was the whole there.
to 6 and 7.
Gotcha. That's what I thought. Okay,
which
great.
is the standard ACR. So that's yeah, Mike's little ACR card with a direct 14-pin ribbon cable going into the top here of the new SIO card.
Excellent.
And
Thanks.
like I said, and that's all the configuration there as to how it's configured. So a blistering 300 baud, and it's and yeah, works great. So what I did, let's get rid of that for a second. Boom, boom, boom. The first thing I did when I was testing it is okay. The first thing I did when I was testing it was to use I would set it to 0 and 1, put it in as the console, and use my punch tape reader to load BASIC, which you saw way back 6 months ago, and it runs fine. So then, that's the first 2 images I sent to Patrick, and then I sent him these 2. Where did I go? Did I only get one of those? Where's the other one? Yeah, anyway. Okay, there should be 2 pictures there. Oh, they're there. They're loaded together. Okay, so then I loaded extended BASIC version 4.1, and it could run a program nicely. And then we'll do all this live in a second, and I'll show a couple of other things. And then I did this, which is basically is do a C save to write Lunar Lander to a tape, cleaned it out so you can see it's cleaned out there, and then did a C load. So I did a save and a load off the cassette. All this stuff works fine, which Patrick thought was pretty amazing for a prototype.
It is actually. It is amazing. I'm happy.
And then unfortunately Mike's not here because I did this, of course, because Mike, whenever he demos BASIC, loads Lunar Lander and types those exact numbers and lands perfectly. So, 5 zeros, 5 20s, and you land perfectly. I thought, if Mike was here, he'd appreciate it because he always does that. Anyway. So, oops, there we go. So in order to actually do that, come over here and turn on the Altair. We start by doing an examine on 177000 octal, which is where the multi-boot loader is. So do an examine there, and that is what we want to see. Once you've got the examine up, then you change the switches.
What ROM do you have in the computer to have that loader?
It's the one that's on the FDC Plus board.
Okay.
It's basically its multi-boot loader. It's always in the same place. If you've not got it there, you can download it and put it on a ROM, and it goes up at what would that be?
Well, I'm just saying is you blew over that part of it.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go through it again. So this, yes, the multi-boot loader, standard Altair software, nothing special except it runs at FE00. So that's FE00. Like I said, when you do an examine, you can see, what is that? F3 is the first instruction. And then you use the top 8 switches to tell it what port the cassette is on and what port the console is on. So I'd always get the top 4 bits of the console, I think, or the bottom 4 bits are the cassette, or the other way around. I keep forgetting which. But anyway, if we set 12 and 8 and 9 up and everything else down, that tells it it's an ACR on port 6 and 7 with the console. There's an SIO port 0 on hex 10 and 11.
Okay, wait. What switches are up and what switches are down?
So everything is down except for 12 and then 8 and 9.
All right.
If you download the multi-boot loader manual from Mike's site, it has a list which tells you for all of your possible cassette or paper tape sources and all of your possible consoles, where to set each group of 4 bits. And the multi-boot loader will read those, use those itself, at least it uses the cassette port itself, and then it will also tell BASIC, so BASIC comes up on the right port and understands where the cassette is, so it passes that information off.
We need that link in the chat.
Yeah, I'll have to go dig for it. It's on Mike's site, all of the stuff, and I'll show you what I
mean, it's in the basic manual as well.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mike.
Yeah. That's Altair 101. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Mike, you got here just too late to see my I did this just for Mike bit. Which
go ahead, go show him.
I'll show him.
I recognize that cassette recorder.
Yeah. Which was that was when I was doing the C load and C save testing, and then of course, because get the right one here, I had to run Lunar Lander and use your 5.0s, 5.20s.
I cheat.
Yeah.
Perfect landing. How'd you do it?
I don't know. This guy Mike showed me how to do it. Anyway, so now we're going to do a load. If I can get all this right. Hang on.
So, hey, Mike, he's using my prototype SIO board with a ribbon cable between it and your ACR board.
Cool. Yeah, and he had mentioned he was doing that, so I figured.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, actually, let me show you the pictures again since you got here just after I showed them everybody else. But bring them up briefly. So there's the new board.
Party.
Set up at, like I said, the blistering 300 baud. There's your little board tucked in the back, and as you can see, there's just a ribbon cable going off there.
Yeah.
And directly into the new board here.
Cool.
It's super clean. It's super clean.
Power going through the ribbon cable?
Power's going through the ribbon cable, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally, you just make up a 14-pin connector on each end.
That's JP1 there on the left of the connector. If you don't want 5 volt going through your cable, you just pull that jumper.
Right, there's a jumper here that you can turn the 5 volts on and off.
Right.
Nice.
So it's really simple to use, and as Patrick keeps saying, it's a miracle it worked on the first prototype.
There you go.
Patrick, where are the LEDs flashing?
No LEDs.
Anyway.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
you had a module or something?
We're on the Altair.
Anyway, once we get the
Yeah.
program counter pointing at the multi-boot loader and we set the right switches on the front, then you just start the tape, start the program. When that light there goes on, you can tell that it's reading. And now we wait. So we got 10 minutes before it'll finish loading.
What is that reading light? What light is that?
That's the input light.
All right.
Oh, sorry, the INP. So basically, it's telling you it's doing I/O. So the program is sitting there until the first byte comes through. Then you see that light up as it's loading. And now it will sit. And one of the beauty things about the multi-boot loader is, as you can see on the console, there is absolutely no indication that it's working.
Yes.
Yeah, at least when you do the bootloader from the front panel, you see the lights change when it switches from the boot strap to the checksum loader that's on the tape.
Right.
Here,
Well,
you don't see anything. It's very, very blind.
it's very blind. And then, of course, when you're first
Stealthy.
setting this up, of course, the first thing you have to do is after you've set up your first tape is get the volume right. Because if it's too high or too low, it doesn't work, but you can't hear it. So you basically run through this 4 or 5 times, adjusting the volume until it works.
Well, I have a little volume set procedure in one of the things online. Have you done that?
I have not. I'll have to go and see if I can find that.
Complete with a little thing that generates a test pattern.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go find that because it was a pain in the ass doing it blind.
Put the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going there. That should be in the manual I sent you.
It probably is, but I just,
RTFM.
yeah, I did. But I'm old enough that I RTFM'd about 6 months ago and it's long gone.
I RTFM yesterday and it's gone.
So,
I was also-
hey, Tim, how do you know when it's done?
Oh, you know when it's done because MEMSAI comes up on the console
Oh, it
And
actually
the
just
light,
executes
and the light
when it's
pattern
done.
changes.
and the light
Oh,
pattern
okay.
changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it executes when it's done. It knows when it's done loading.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was also explaining earlier, Mike, that in doing this testing, so this is loading 4.1 extended basic right now, which I've had the most success with.
Oh, that's a long one.
Yeah, it is a long one. It takes 10 minutes. I had very weird results with 8K and 4K basic 4.0. Which Claude finally explained to me late last night was because of the way that 4.0 has a habit of leaving the bit 7 on the first character of all the keywords high. So if you don't strip the high bit, you lose the first character of every word.
Yeah, you get a funny character. Yeah.
Well, mine was actually the particular console program I was using was just ignoring it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I would
you have
type
to set 7 bits, no
Yeah.
parity, or 7
Well-
bits fixed parity to do it.
actually what I did is in my terminal program, it has an option to strip the high bit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing I found in my terminal program, which was really useful, was the pacing option. And I don't know if Teraterm has this, but Serial that like Patrick and I use on our Macs has a option in the send file section where you
Yeah.
can say, wait this long between characters, and at the end of each line, wait this long.
Yeah, Teraterm has that as well.
Yeah. And I found by setting the character interval to 20 milliseconds and the line interval to 200, I could just send it a basic listing and it would load perfectly. So it's a great way of getting from a text file into basic, which then I could do a C save from.
Right. It depends how big the program gets, and it's got better with later versions. For example, 3.2, you need a little more time after character
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah, I
I've
haven't
never
gone to-
needed times after characters. So you might want to go back to 0 after characters.
Right.
Because I've never needed anything but delay after character turn line feed. The bigger the program is, the longer the delay has to be, because it eventually has to search so long to add a new line number that it needs a little bit more time. But yeah, newer versions were faster and didn't need as long a delay as the older versions.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing, I got some weirdness. I did my C save of Lunar Lander in Extended Basic. And when I try and load it into like 4K or 8K basic, won't work. Yeah,
It's a memory dump. And so it's completely unique to the version of basic.
Okay,
Not
got
just
it.
8K, but 8K4 is different than 8K3 too. Yeah, it's a terrible setup.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I have got Lunar Lander, and that's how I tested the C save and the C load. Was I used the pacing to get it into basic, did a C save, wiped the program out, did a C load, and it came right back up, and that's when I generated the little, the memorial landing.
Cool. So there's a link to the little test program.
So let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, the other little thing I've been doing, which if any of you are playing with this is quite useful, is on the in the corner here on my labels. Yes, I got laser labels for my tapes. I write down roughly where the counter is when the load finishes. So that way I know if it keeps going past that and nothing's happened, that something went wrong.
Or a half an hour passes.
Well, yeah, like I said, I watch it. When it works, I look at the number on the counter and I just write that in the corner of the label. That way I know, oh, okay, if it gets past this, because there's very little error reporting in this software. Very little error reporting. So let's see how we're doing.
Yeah, I've done my own loader on a few of these where I actually have it spit out every 100 hex bytes of value, so you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
it proceed. You might have seen that in some of my videos, because yeah, the no feedback stuff is because right now you do not know if this is working.
Yeah, I don't. And it's on
It could have
about,
failed on the second byte for all you
right. And it's about, yeah, it's got about another 2-3 minutes to go. But anyway, so yes, we have a SIO replacement
Hmm.
that
Nice.
Good job, Patrick.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
seems
good
to
job.
work well.
So, well, yeah, this is the SIO board where the interrupts don't work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And dummy me, it's like, oh, some of these other UARTs need that minus 12 volts to work. So it didn't have that. So boards are coming that's supposed to fix all that, and then we'll see.
awesome. We've also been
The
talking.
UART I happen to have doesn't need minus 12.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's 12 flavors that work, but yeah, some of them require multiple supplies. Yeah.
Right. So the new version of the board has a little 3-way jumper for turning the minus 12 on and off.
Yeah.
On the off chance that one of those that doesn't need it doesn't like it either.
Yeah, in general, most of them don't care on that pin, but yeah, it's better to have a jumper just to be safe. It
Just in case.
opens up that many more chips that
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah, it's worth the 17 cents.
Yeah. Oh, did you make the FTDI change as well, or did you order the boards without that?
Yes, and it'll have a on the TTL change. Actually, I ordered one to try it. We'll have the it'll support this FTDI 6-pin USB thing. So if you want to use a USB connector on it, you just I don't have the stuff to not interfere with the UART. So rip the UART out, plug this cable in, and then you'll have a USB connection to the SIO.
Cool. All right, I've got to run for a quick dinner.
I was gonna. Hey, you have like 1 second? Just because I'm gonna show this in a minute, but I can show you because it's kind of there anyways.
Oh, do you need me to stop sharing?
Oh, probably. I'll just do this really quick.
Hang on a sec. Stop share. Okay.
Yeah, I'm real curious to see it run on real hardware at 9600. I mean,
me too.
VI was not bad at 9600. I mean, I used it on Unix machines for years.
Right.
At 9600, good old terminals, not video map, not memory map video, and it was fine.
Yeah.
One thing I changed on the original VI we were working on, we were like designing the tools and just kind of playing around and all this stuff, is VI, if you have an 80 column screen, when you hit the line, it goes down to the next line.
Yeah.
And it goes down to the next line and goes down to the next line. That was being a real problem for Claude on. Now you essentially have 22 lines on your screen, but they're occupying 23 lines. Or now like physical lines versus virtual lines. And
right.
So this version is using the SEdit. What SEdit does is you just don't see it and you scroll the whole screen to the right if they're longer than 80 characters.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tackle that kind of when we're done. And see if I want to change that. I'm also gonna try to put into where you can go past, say, no, I got a 132 character screen. You use 132 character lines instead of 80 character lines.
Right. You'd love to be able to have that as a parameter, like 16 by
Yeah.
64 for the video mapped ones and different escape sequences. That would be nice if that was all not embedded into
Yeah,
some sort of.
this
Or
this one's an
load
80 by 24.
load the terminal configuration from a separate file. So
Right. That's what I mean. So it's not
Yeah.
embedded. It's
Yeah, make it
something
configurable.
separate.
There's supposedly a VT100 code you can send, and it tells you, but I don't know if it
Yes,
works
well,
everywhere.
yeah.
I think
No
you can ask the
guarantee.
terminal
That's
what's
cool.
your
I'd love
resolution.
to see one that was actually usable in real time. I've yet to see anybody, even on a 4 megahertz Z80, they say it works, but yeah, it just really doesn't.
Well, we spent a lot of time on, hey, you don't need to redraw the line if I do this, because there's a VT100 code that'll delete to the end of the line, and then you can just start typing. Don't redraw the screen if we delete a line, move the other ones up, draw the bottom, delete to this, delete to that, move this. So we tried to optimize.
Well, yeah, so
all that.
VT100 has scroll backwards too, doesn't it? Or is that just VT220?
I'll find out because we'll be doing more optimization once I get it. Once
Right,
I'm
so
running
the
it at
scroll forward is
9605.
natural. That's built into every terminal. There's no
Yeah.
need to redraw. But yeah, this one of the guys, VIs, just redrew even for a scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
All screen. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, because it's
You just send a character turn line feed there, it's going to scroll for you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, those
so
are the
again,
we spent a lot of time on optimizations, and I'm sure we'll find more.
that's cool.
So somewhere months ago, I saw somebody put a video on YouTube of doing development on his actual S100 system using Claude and having Claude connecting over the USB serial connector and actually driving the S100 system. So, and then,
Totally.
so what he's doing, I'm just looking up how you do it. I can't find the video, and if I find it, I'll send it to you. But is he basically says, because you know how you can give Claude control of programs.
Uh-huh.
You just say, Claude, use serial, use putty, whatever,
Yeah,
to connect and test your stuff. And that way you can have it tested on a real computer.
you could.
And
I mean,
then Claude
absolutely.
says, this is too slow.
Yeah.
I would
Be a
say
real
this
computer.
is too slow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Something's wrong. This assembly is taking more than 0.4 seconds. It's up to 1 minute already.
But that's actually an interesting thing to run these tests
But
when
yeah,
he's connected to the real Altair, and he can just see what
Right.
it's doing and send
Right.
commands right there. And I'll probably do that.
yeah, like I said, if I can find the video, there was a guy, oh God, I can't remember who it was either. It's terrible, this getting old shit, I'll tell you. It was a guy who did a video, and he had it plugged in through the USB to his actual IMSAI or whatever, and he was having Claude doing code development on the IMSAI. So it was operating all the tools and everything else. It was just like he was typing, but it was all on the IMSAI.
I want to watch him play Star Trek.
There you go. So anyway, if I can find the video, I'll send you a link because I've been looking and I cannot find it right now, which probably I will find 5 minutes after this call finishes.
So
Yeah.
so I'm
That's
thinking
cool.
it can't. I don't think it can do anything in real time. Like you couldn't say, hey, play, what's that, Wumpus or what's
Yeah.
ladder? Hey, play ladder, because he has to like get
Right.
the output
Yeah, that makes
from like the
sense.
assemble,
Yeah.
and then spend his 10 minutes kind of figuring out what that says. So,
Right.
But I think he could probably learn how to play Star Trek.
There you go. Could
Tim,
probably learn how to land on the moon as well.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a fun one too.
I
There are
think
other versions
Peter
where my
did
little
that.
trick doesn't work.
Yeah.
Tim, I put a link in the chat. I think
Yeah.
that's the video you're talking about.
Let's see what comes up. It might. I mean, like I said, I was looking for it and I could not find it, but no, it wasn't him. But yeah, anyway, it wasn't him. It was somebody more like our vintage. One of the guys that does a bunch of vintage computer stuff. But anyway, if I find it, I'll send it out. Like I said, 5 minutes after we're done here, I guarantee you I'll find it.
Yeah, there's several of them. I let Claude control my computer, and
Yeah. Yeah, this one was doing it to, I think it was an IMSAI.
on an IMSAI. Okay, I was
Yeah.
searching Altair.
Yeah, I think he was doing it on an IMSAI, and he had it writing code. and learning how to operate CPM, just the way we all did by, reading the manuals and trying things.
All right. Are we back to Walt?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Walt, we sidetracked for a bit there.
Okay, so now I'm connected to the modem through the 882SIO JP board.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
There
Okay.
you go. Well, you got the 18 now.
I don't see
Yep.
that. Okay, so now I'll go to.
Well, oh, hey, type just type ATZ,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
can you
to,
type
to
now?
reset it.
Oh, there you go. Maybe it's that.
Yeah. Yeah, you should get for 80 the character you're using. You've
Or
not got
do you,
local
or
echo turned on, have you?
do you still have the loopback connector on, or is this the modem?
That's the modem.
That doesn't make sense. You should get an okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and I don't. Well, I
In
don't
fact,
think
it's almost like
the modem's in loopback,
yeah.
because I don't think
Oh,
the modem will.
the modem does, because on the Altair it works fine.
Well,
I
I don't.
see everything.
Well, I don't think a modem will just send a carriage return if you send a
No.
carriage return to it.
So
Well,
No, I got auto carriage return line feeds on.
No. I know, but it's got to echo. You don't have low. Walt, just type A B C D E F G. Yeah, you just have something loop back.
That's just looping back. That's not hitting the modem, I don't
That's
think.
not.
Yeah,
And
the
you're-
modem is blinking lights. The
Well,
lights.
there's
That's probably local echo.
Yeah.
you got a cable crossed, or
Walt, does your modem make a noise when you dial it? Do an ATDT
Yeah,
and type in a number.
yeah.
hey,
So do that. Do ATDT, type in a number and see
no,
if you hear the dial tone and stuff.
yeah,
Go ahead, Pat.
unplug the
Sorry.
serial cable from the modem.
Probably should do one thing at a time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I probably shouldn't have jumped in.
That's okay. I just don't.
I just want to know if he hears it. If he hears it, then it's
Listen,
answering what it's
listen.
doing.
Did it go off hook?
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
Well, let me put in a phone number for a BBS. Then you
Well,
can.
Walt, did it go
Don't
off
get
hook?
sidetracked.
Did it go off hook and dial?
Yeah.
So it's just not returning. You're just not seeing what's coming back.
Yeah, I don't see anything coming back from.
Well, you do it because the modem is echoing the characters back. You're just
Right.
not getting
But you should get an okay from AT, right?
Right.
Unless he has local echo on. If he has local echo on,
No,
and the modem isn't echoing
On the
anything.
Altair, I hooked this modem to the
No. Look
and
at
I
your
see the
character.
okay and everything.
You have
Yeah.
local. You have local. Well, no, he wouldn't have local echo on, or else when he typed in the 18, he would have seen two 18s or 1188.
Okay.
So just unplug the modem cable.
Well, right now it's dialing a BBS.
Okay.
You can't hear it beep when it beep.
Nah.
But I mean, very faintly, but it's the mic's not picking it up. It's your noise canceling is
Negotiating now.
okay. Interesting.
So the command's getting there. It's just not anything. But yeah, I thought if it's not echoing anything back, just having there you are.
Oh, there you go.
You got something coming back there, Walt.
Yeah.
So is there an option with the modem to tell it not to echo responses from the AT commands?
There is an option
There
for
was something years ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
the AT command set is huge.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing. This is tied to port let's see, 12 and 13. Now let me exit all this.
Yeah, I mean, Walt, you're definitely receiving characters. I don't know why the modem's behaving the way the modem is. That looks like a modem config issue. But
so I'll move the
definitely receiving
cable.
characters.
I'm going to move the cable back to.
Well, actually, what baud rate are you running? Hey,
Well,
Walt,
I've tried it from 300 baud.
gotcha. What baud rate are you running right now?
Well, that was the utility port, port 1213 is at 9600 baud.
Your basic program will not run at 9600. Drop it down to
Yeah,
300.
Right, but I've done that.
No, we'll do it for us, because what's happening is when you're pressing enter, your terminal, your modem is saying carriage return line feed okay, and you're just
Oh
dropping
no,
those
but
characters.
that's not. I know all that garbage is because of the baud rates are mixed.
No, Walt. You're at 9600 baud. Your program will not keep up with 9600.
I know. That's what I'm saying is that was on port 12. Now I moved the modem to port 20 so I can show you where the real problem is.
Walt, change your baud rate to 300 and type AT, and you will probably see an okay.
No, I've tried that. I don't see the
Okay, don't try it then.
I've already done that. I remember the computer is 6 feet in the air. I need a.
I know, but I think that's what your problem is.
No, but I've already done that.
No.
I've made the switch setting on the 2SIO RL-R1 board to 300 baud, and I still get nothing on the screen. See, here's the problem.
Right, you were getting nothing on the screen. Now you are getting something on the screen.
Because I was on the JP. Let me
Right, because so your problem is, Walt, here's the thing. Your basic program will not run at 9600.
I know that.
So why you wouldn't?
That's not the problem.
Okay.
I'm at 300 baud now. Now I'm at 300 baud.
Yeah.
A different port at 300 baud. I type A, I type T, and you don't see anything.
Okay. So try this for me. It's ATE1, which should enable echo, I believe. ATE1. You blindly type
you
it.
got just a little background. I've already worked with this basic program, and I know it won't keep up with 9600.
Okay, yes. So if we're at 9600, then we're kind of wasting
time. I'm at 300 baud.
Are you sure?
Right, using a different port. And now you have a completely different result. You're getting nothing.
Yeah. And
so we're getting the characters back when you're using the other port. It's dropping the response.
Right.
So if you set the port that's working to 300, it'll work fine.
Right, but I don't want it to be on that port. I want the modem to be on the 88 2SIO R1.
Which board is this?
This is the R1 board.
What was port? Okay, well, we'll have to track that down.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I've swapped the board out. I swapped the cables, everything, and everything works on the Altair 8800 perfect. The only thing I haven't swapped out is the front panel and the JP board.
Question, where you put control port address, are you reading decimal or hex?
That's decimal.
But the port board is set to 20 hex, which is 32 decimal.
No, that's no, it reads it as a decimal. That's part. Yeah,
right, but the board is at 20 hex, right?
Or 14.
No, the board is at 14 and 15.
Oh, okay.
14,
okay.
Yeah, so that's correct.
Just wanted to check because I've done the hex decimal thing a million times.
Oh no,
we all have.
No, the board's I even got a picture of the board before I put it in. Shows it at 14 and 15.
Okay.
So this is,
my thought would be to run the test I sent you.
Well, except that I can't climb up and type on.
Well, I don't know how to fix a problem on a machine you don't have access to.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is, what if I'm typing on here? I can put a camera up on the computer and have it look at lights?
Do you have Amon or something?
On this computer?
Yeah.
I think it's Amon.
Yeah, go to Amon.
Oh, thought I had Amon on here. I mean the Mon jump.
No.
All right, let me drop back to the monitor. Yeah.
How do you do an in on Amon? Did I in?
I don't know Amon.
I always
Oh,
have to look up
Oh, he
Amon.
has a question mark. Yeah. Yeah, type in space 14.
Hit a space 14?
Yeah.
No,
What? Okay. Space 14.
No, in.
no. In space 14. Sorry, too many of us talking.
The
I'm
letter
sorry.
N,
IN
No, IN.
IN,
space.
space
You're trying to
14.
you're trying to talk to the port
Yeah.
or read from the port.
Maybe try
Sorry.
in 14 notes. Well, you might need to get rid of your carriage return line feed.
Oh, yeah, that
just
could be
send a
too.
line feed. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it again right now.
Type anything or?
No, just type in 14 again because it had a line feed or something with it
Oh,
last time.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
you go.
shoot. There we go. So bit 2 is high. So when I'm testing ports, I use in and out all the time, and then a second system that can see the other end. Or whether I'll put 2 consoles at the same time, one
Well,
on one and one on the other.
I can connect a serial cable to that port instead of the modem.
Yeah, and then
that's
just send it a character.
right, because that way you can
Then
send
run it to
characters.
another term.
Yeah, that's the way I test a lot of this stuff because you take more of the hardware out of the situation. Less variables, always good.
Gotta remember my 2SIO bits.
Okay.
2SIO, yeah,
But I think it should not be a 2
2SIO bits.
because it should be able to send.
Minutes.
Let's
see. Receive is 0 and transmit is 1. No, that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
So the status works,
Yeah.
at least from Amon.
Yep. Oh, but
Oh,
the port may or may not be with Amon running, the port may or may not be initialized
That's probably true.
because depending upon how it got there, it may have lost its settings.
Yeah, so we'll do, see what I would do now is I would just put a loopback connector on,
Right.
reset the UART, do an out
Yep.
15, 30, do an in 15, and you ought to get a 30.
I see. Okay, so I'll put a loop back on.
Yeah, just loop back 2 and 3 on
2 and
your
3.
cable.
Okay, so now you want me to, okay, I guess this is the best way to do this.
Yeah, now type out. No.
Wait. Let me, it's a tiny little program. It should go pretty quick. You can see I've already loaded it up to other computers, so.
Right. That way you can get in and out of CPM. Yep.
Well, this will initialize the port here.
Yes. Good point. Yeah.
Now I exit this back to there. Now what should I type?
Now you have to do out or whatever. Do question because I can't remember what it is. Is it OU or?
Oh,
Yeah, we're another one of those Amon Altmon battles.
Yeah, Altmon is definitely better. Yeah, so
I'm-
OT,
uh, and yeah,
I'm
OT.
Jomon partial, but hey, that's just me.
14, space.
Oh no, you have to put another space after that for the character you're sending.
3.
Yeah, look at the example above. It's port and then a value. They
Yeah.
want a value now.
Then do a 3.
a 3?
Yep. And what is it? 55, 15? I can't remember.
Fuck.
Well, it's in about. Let me go find it.
Yeah, I always have to go look for that.
I can't remember what the bits are.
Yeah, because you only have to send like 2 bytes to like guarantee the port's initialized.
Is there any way to move that little pencil out of the way?
Which little? Oh, the one that you use to draw on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, wait.
Because we don't see it,
Oh,
remember?
I just clicked on the annotate pencil.
Yeah.
And now I got a.
Now you can make now you can draw on your screen.
Right, but I've moved the. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, but
15.
now it's at the top right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now do an OT space 14 space 15.
Out. I mean,
OT.
14, 15.
Yeah. Now do in 14. Just enter. Now do out or OT 15, 30. And then do in 14. Yeah, I didn't receive the receive data light should be on. So either your transmit and receive aren't looped, or can you see in the computer?
The computer's up there.
Yeah, can you see inside it?
Well, I could put the camera up there.
No, I just want to know if your receive data light is on the
Well,
2SIO.
that's what yeah, but we'll see. I'm looking at the back of the computer here. So in order to see the lights inside the computer,
Well, I'm sorry, are you plugged into a Teraterm or you have the loop back in?
I have the loop back on there.
Okay, yeah, I did not receive anything. Or else your 1-bit would be on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got a bad pin on one of the DB25s or DB9s.
Well, that's what I'm wondering because if he can look at the RX LED on the 2SIO, we would know if it's actually looped back. Walt, I put those LEDs on just for you. You need to cut a hole in your case or something.
Or just unsolder them and extend them on long wires.
Yeah. I got lots of long wire.
Yeah, let's not do that. That might not end well.
Oh no! Oh no! I think Claude's down.
Oh, the world's gonna end.
I'm gonna get the shakes.
It probably will.
That's hoping.
Before you start getting API errors,
Yeah.
and it'll clear itself up.
You get Claude withdrawal. That's
I am.
No.
Its latest symptoms.
No, Claude's off there renaming itself Skynet.
Yeah, there you are. I
I was
now
going,
know how to program Vi. I am the master.
Yes. I can now launch. Yes, I can now play. What's it? Global thermonuclear war.
Oh, that's
For real.
oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder if anybody's tried to get Chat GPT and Claude into an argument.
that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not savvy enough to do it, but I could. I like the concept.
That's worth $100 a month right there.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, if you look on YouTube, somebody has done this.
yeah, probably.
It's
I'll
like,
bet you could get Claude to argue with itself.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or have
I
some
love
more
it.
fun. Just give Claude a mic and a voice synthesizer and have it argue with Siri.
Yeah, there you are. Well, I don't. Which one's Google? Is that Gemini? Is that what Google uses?
Gemini. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know it was today. I was looking for something. It was giving me a command, and then kept saying, "Well, the problem, Joe, I said well, it didn't work. The problem, Joe, is because you entered in this." I said, "No, you told me to enter in that." Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I'm getting a 529 overloaded error.
Oh,
oh, geez.
you ask too much. You ask too much.
There's thousands of people doing 8080
Damn
codes.
right. Ay, ay, ay.
Gosh, the people that are trying to cure cancer could just need to get off. Let me finish.
Oh.
Oh, God. So I can't tell which light you're trying to show us there, Wall. Is that the Milky Way? Ah.
I don't know. But yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't. It's moving too much for me.
Oh, the video's all weird.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
But it looks like there's one on and one sort of on.
Yeah, that's a little, I think it almost has to pull back, but yeah, it keeps flipping back and forth, which is kind of odd interference or something.
Hmm.
You can tell there's a Kamenko board in there.
Yeah.
That I can see fine.
Elevated error rates. Oh, man. I really want to see if we could do VI in a day.
Uh,
Well,
why though. Why the transmit LED is so dim. It's like it's connected to ground or something. I'd like to see where his jumper is.
Yeah. Is this a system that's up too high to actually pull boards and work on it? Is that the
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. It might. Go ahead.
I think it needs to be on pins 3 and 5 if he's connected them on the board. No, I think he's just connected into the cable. Oh, we're looking. Those are the LEDs for port 1. We're not even looking at the LEDs for the other port. But is that the
Okay.
one he's using?
Don't know.
Oh yeah, he's on what, 14? Yeah, so that'd be port 1 of this board.
Right.
That looks odd to me. If you have transmit looped into receive data, you'd think your LEDs wouldn't be two different colors or two different
Yeah.
stations.
Uh,
Oh, there we go. That's Yeah, it's like transmit was connected to ground
It
or
yeah.
plus 12 or something.
seemed like Walt figured it out.
Oh, yeah, I think TX is connected to the wrong pin. And RX should not be on without the jumper.
Oh well, I'm actually running out of time. I got things I got to go do before the night's over.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well, I'm a bachelor again
Oh wow.
oh,
for tonight. My wife's already in Idaho with the grandbaby.
Funny
oh,
how that
cool.
happens.
I can't go till the 30th.
Uh,
Yep.
oh.
I remember those. I remember those with my grandkids, and yeah.
I got grand dogs so
Oh,
far. No kids popping out of my kids.
oh yeah, no, I remember. Yeah. I remember getting in the car afterwards and having to drive down to Southern California. But my wife was already there and had been for about a week and a half. From before the
Yeah,
birth. Yes. It's
there
okay.
you are.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop out.
All
Won't be
right.
around next week, so you guys,
Okay.
Happy Father's
enjoy
Day.
and
Yes.
thank you. Yeah, you too, and happy Grandfather's Day. When's that one?
I don't think there is one.
There should be. We'll have to work on that.
There you go.
Ask Claude to set it up. Uh, so okay.
Yeah.
It's just
It's pro-
OT. It's just OT, Walt, not out.
Oh yeah.
Good,
All right,
good,
I'm
old,
gonna duck off too, guys.
good old
Thanks.
Aaron.
Take care, guys. We'll see you
See you
soon.
later.
See y'all.
Yep. Bye.
Okay.
Hey, Patrick,
Yeah.
it's Terry. I got a quick question. Can you remember how to build CPM files using John Monahan's submit files?
No, I've never done anything with John's stuff.
Okay.
So I have, but let me see if I can find one. A sample. Let me see if I can find a sample. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Hey,
like-
Walt. Sorry. And hey, Walt, just really quick, do OT instead of out, and then do OT 1530. I don't know if you can hear me.
Where the hell did I put that stuff? Yeah, come on. Here we go. Z80 monitor. Do I have Do I have one in here?
And now do in 15.
Testing. Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, do an OT 1530 again. And then in 14.
Oh, come
Are you sure your switches are in the on position on that port? Because now it says the transmit buffer is full. So it's not even transmitting.
on. Oh, that didn't work. God damn it. Okay, I just uploaded a submit file, Terry,
Okay.
that I used when I was uh, using yeah. So I would read it in, run the assembler, and then write it back out again. And you just use the R and W commands, and you
Right.
just
How do
type.
you, what, stupid iPad. Uh, where do you put the source that you want to compile? So
Okay, so
is that an I?
yes,
Okay.
but the way I would do it with this one is I would start the emulator and then have those files in the emulator's directory. That way, the read reads from the same folder as the emulator's running from.
Okay.
So if you go to the directory where the Z80 CPM emulator that he uses lives, and you put your source file in there, you can edit the source file with a regular desktop editor.
Right.
And then every time you want to run it through the system, you just run that command from the I folder on the just type submit and then the name of the file, and it reads it in, assembles it, and then writes out the results. So that's the way I've done it.
Okay. Thank you. That's the missing piece, I think.
Yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, when I was writing my monitor, when I did that one for my for John's card, um, I was using that, and then I'd take the hex file, load it in, and convert it into a bin file, squirt that up to my EEPROM emulator, so that I could run the code immediately on the board. It was a lot of fun doing it that way.
Okay. Thank you. Let me give that a try.
Okay.
Hey, well, you may need to reset the chip again because I don't know. You did an out 14 without an argument, and I don't know if it sends a 0 or does nothing. So if it sent a 0, we'll probably need to reinitialize it again. Well, that looks promising. Oh. So we'll have to do an out space 14 space 3.
OT.
Yeah, OT. Yeah, use Altmon. You just type O. You don't have to guess.
Just I and O. Yeah,
Yep, INO. Pretty easy.
I use that a lot testing serial.
Oh, me too. And every time, because I don't have the extended ROM that Walt has, because I don't want to take 8K for a monitor.
Right.
Um, now do no. You gotta do OT 14 space 3. OT 14 space 15. And then do a in 14. That's right. Now do out OT 1530. Then an in 14. Okay, now an in 15.
Well, that ain't right.
No, I think that's might be what's just in there.
Oh,
That's what he got last time we did it in
okay.
15.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
so
90 is
I mean it should be 30,
1000.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What is
But so
that?
hey, Walt, either you don't have a loopback connector in there, or yeah, this 2SIO is not able to receive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, the chip isn't even seeing the info, so I don't think it's a bus problem or a computer problem or anything. That because because that should show 3, not 2. So the SIO itself is not even seeing receive data. So either the loopback isn't right, or I don't know what. Can you show us the loopback where the wire is on your loopback?
Oh, that's got to be on the. Oh, yeah.
Because I think he's using the cable now.
Right.
I mean, he's got transmit data, receive data. So that's either just
Yeah.
yeah, that video on this camera is really messed up. But
Yeah.
let's oops. Yeah, I can't see. I can't tell. Did you lose your audio, Walt? Good. We lost every. Oh no.
Yeah, I think we might have lost Walt there, or partially.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it's definitely not receiving.
Yeah.
But he says it works on the other computer, so it has got to be a cabling problem.
Yeah. Or something interfering. Well, the thing is, if the console's working, then it's not the normal handshaking lines they all share. I'm trying to think of anything on the bus that could cause this.
Well, like I said, I mean the UART isn't receiving the data.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that status bit would go up.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, so it either isn't transmitting or wait, that's is pin 1 on the left or the right?
It's it's the from the left side, it's the second and third pins.
And you have and those 2 switches are on the port.
What 2 switches?
Switch 1, that has the DCD and CTS
They're
switches.
they're all on.
They're all on.
Yeah. Like I say, that setup on the Altair 8800C, everything works.
So that I suppose it's possible. How do we know if the card is actually seeing the out instructions? We don't. Unless, well, we can. What baud rate are you at right now?
Say again?
What baud rate is this thing at right now?
I can't remember if I left it at 9600 or 3300 because I was
Because
going
three.
back and forth. I can switch it down to 300, make sure it's on 300.
Well, then we'll need something that shows transmit lights and receive lights that you can see.
Like
Or no, go ahead and plug the modem back in as long as we can see the modem.
I mean, like if I put this little adapter in line on
Well,
the,
I don't. Well. See, here's the thing. So what I see right now is what I'm seeing right now has nothing to do with your computer. Sort of, maybe.
but like I say, the program works on the Altair,
So
all the hardware works on the Altair.
there's two things happening right now. There's either a problem with that cable, or those jumpers are in the wrong place.
I've replaced that cable from the 88R1
Yeah,
board to
yeah.
the back.
I'm just running through the list. Either that cable's bad, the jumpers are in the wrong place. Those aren't pin 2 and 3, which I think, pretty sure it is.
They're 2 and 3 according to diagrams I have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from the left.
But I replaced that cable with another one that that came with the board you just sent me. I plugged that into the board and ran it to my D9 cable, and it's still the same. So that's, I mean, everything's been pulled and replaced, like I say, except for the JP board and the front panel. Everything works elsewhere, just not here.
And you can plug that computer into like a teraterm, or that port into a teraterm.
Um, well, yeah.
Because we have to see if it's transmitting.
I need a female to female. That's
And since we can't see the lights, that's the easy test to see if the light blinks.
okay. I got a cable to go. I can go from the port to another teraterm. Pull that off. Put that one in. No. Okay, now you can open up a teraterm on COM11. So what do I do now?
Well, let's see. What baud rate is your teraterm at?
Oh, it's set at 96.
I mean, it just needs to be the same as your 2SIO.
Okay. Let me take a look at that 2SIO real quick.
Okay.
Because I was flipping back and forth on the baud switch.
Okay, guys, I gotta go, guys. It's 6 o'clock and I gotta see about dinner.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
All righty. Oh yeah, shoot, I got work tomorrow. Holiday's over. It's 9 here.
Okay.
All righty. Well, thanks for the
Okay.
demo. That was really cool.
Hey, oh yeah. Um, do you need your board back?
Probably no, not right now.
Okay, let me know if you need it back and I'll stick it in the mail.
I have JLC PCB. I sent those off Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make sure they got shipped in here before I left. So I
Got
hope
it.
they get here before the weekend. I can build one.
Oh, okay.
and see if I fix the other problems or.
And you have a UART that requires 12 volts, right?
I believe I do. I think I have an AY3 something
Okay. Because
somewhere.
I was gonna say if I'm gonna ship the board back to you and you don't, I'll put one of the 2502s in the socket.
Okay. I will look tomorrow, and if I don't, then yeah, maybe
Right.
send me one so I can try it.
Exactly.
But I
Exactly.
think I do, but I'll
Okay.
check it.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Okay, everything's at 300 baud.
Okay. So
Wait,
so
let me
this
check
computer
this.
got rebooted?
Forgot. Just this one.
Oh, I mean, this one should be at 9600 because that's your console.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm at 300 baud on both screens.
Okay, so OT
Well, OT
space 14 space 3 OT 1415
15.
1415
Oh, 14, 15.
then OT 1530. Then there should be an O on your other screen. I mean a zero.
Nope.
Yeah, it did not transmit. Why? Now type in 14. Now type something on your tera term. And then do N14 again. Yeah, it's odd. I don't know what to tell you. Well,
So there's something between it's got to be between the bus to the console.
I don't know. I mean, the
The
14
board,
works. 14 works. I don't know why 14 would work and 15 wouldn't.
no, 14 and 15. Oh, wait. What do you mean 14 and 15?
Well, you do an N14 and we're getting a 2. So that's right.
Right.
So I can do an import. We can do an input on port 14. So why wouldn't we able to do? But it could be the outs don't work because that's too hard. I don't know how to verify an out without an oscilloscope.
But
But
but the board, the 882SIO R1 board works.
yeah, I get it. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what is causing. I get what the problem is. We don't know what's causing it. I'm
Okay.
trying to
Yeah.
figure out how to do a test to try to determine what's causing it. And I think we've reached the point where it's going to require an oscilloscope and a logic analyzer.
Yeah, that's a little bit above my pay grade.
Yeah, because because I don't know if the outs are working or not.
But I can connect. Let's see. Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Like I said, what I would do is rip out the 2SAOJP and make this port 0 and port 1 just on 10 and 12. And then see if it'll boot CPM and your console works, and see if you can talk to your modem on the second port without the 2SAOJP in there.
Well, I'm gonna disconnect this other. God, I can't remember. I disconnected that jumper from the Altair to this thing because that's also on 20. Let me try this again. Out 14, 3, oh, 3, out
Let's double check that.
1, 4, 1, 5, OT 1, 5, 30, IN 14. Now we go to this thing, I'll type a bunch of stuff there, and I'll come back, IN 14. Nope, it's
Yeah,
still,
yeah. There should be 3. So that's what I'm saying. So like either, I mean, even without just typing something, the UART on your 2SIO is not seeing the characters you're typing on your tera term. And that has, unless in 14 is just by chance we're seeing a 2 and it's not working. I mean, that has nothing to do with your computer, has nothing to do with anything. The received data comes into your 2SIO, it runs through your line converter, it hits the 6850, it sees the character, and it sets the I got received data bit. And it's not even doing that. So that's why I mean I don't know. So either the N14 we're not getting that 2 from the 2SIO, and we're just by chance we're getting a 2, or there's something else going on. Because if you type a character, like I said, if you run my front panel test thing and you single step to an in instruction on port 14 and you type a character on teraterm, that LED is going to come on. That's all got. I mean, you can not be running any programs, probably not have RAM in your computer, and that light will come on. Well, you have to have RAM to run the in, but yeah.
I'm going to put these things on a note there.
So it looks to me like the UART isn't even seeing the data you're receiving. So that's either a cable, something. Well, those are outs. That's out 14 and out 15. I mean, out 14.
Yeah.
Out 14.3, out 14. That's why you make a hex file and just load the hex file.
Let me start this again. Let's make sure. Okay, so now the board should be right back to brand new initialized.
Mm-hmm. Should be. Which there's really no way to know, but
Out 14.
well, you don't need to do that if you ran your program because it already did that. Now you can just do out 1530. And then do an in 14. And now type something on your tera term on the other one and do an in 14, and it should a 0 should have showed up on your tera term.
No, I don't see.
And that should have changed from 2 to 3.
No 0 on the tera term, and
Yeah, so your 2SIO board did not see the character you typed on your tera term.
but still, all this is going through the CPU board, and
No, it's not touching the CPU.
oh, so I'm just going between the JP board and
No. What happens when you type a character on your tera term? That's sending a character to the 2SIO. It's hitting the 2SIO.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's going through the level converter, and then it's sending your character those bits to the UART, to the 6850. It's saying, oh, I got a character. I just received a character, and then it's setting the bit and the status bit that says I received a character. That's
Right.
not even working.
But I'm typing on the console through the 88JP to the R1 board.
On a different computer.
No, on this computer. Right
No,
now,
no, no.
when I
What-
type
what-
on the console, I'm typing into
No.
the JP board.
What's connected to this port 14? What's connected to the 2SIO?
There's my cable to TerraTerm, and it goes all the way up to port 20 or port 14 on the R1 board.
Right, but what's at the other end?
Well, that was what I was showing you. That's the other end of that cable goes to the RS-232 to USB to connect the TerraTerm on my computer.
Yeah, that's the one you need to be typing characters on.
Right, yeah. So if I type a bunch of characters there, nothing shows up on the screen there. And
But I'm saying, but this has nothing to do with the 2SIO JP. That's why I was confused.
yeah, no, what I'm saying is the console is on the JP board.
Yeah,
So-
but you're not typing characters to send to your 2SIO R1 on
Right.
that console.
Right.
Right. So like I said, you can not run any programs, and that bit should turn on when you type something in your TerraTerm that's sending a character to your 2SIO. It has nothing to do with software on your computer. That's all hardware.
Okay. Yeah, and that cable connected to TerraTerm, nothing is showing up on TerraTerm here either.
Yeah, so like I said, so either we're doing an N14 and that 2 is not actually coming from the UART and we're not getting real status, just coincidentally we're getting the right thing, or your 2SIO is not receiving any data through that cable. Those are the only two options I see.
What it's a good cable, it's
Well, all I can tell you is the only two options I know of, because like I said, this in instruction, what we're looking at has nothing to do. I mean, getting that bit set has nothing to do with anything running on your computer. It doesn't care what front panel you have. It doesn't care anything.
yeah.
Bit 1 should turn on when it receives a character.
So
Unless there's something somewhere else doing inputs on 15 at the same time.
oh,
That's what I said. To me, it reached the point where I need an oscilloscope.
what if let me try a null modem jumper between TerraTerm and this cable. Just
Well, that's what the two receive and transmit lights are for on the board.
right, but I can't see those.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to go to Mon Jump. It doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, okay, now I can type on my TerraTerm care thing.
Yeah, well, if you tap on TerraTerm, the character should show up. Yep, there you go. So you need a no modem cable.
But if I put a no modem cable to the modem, and then the modem doesn't have any blinking lights anymore.
Well, right. Well, we've just shown that your TESIO board works. with your program.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
So it's not your front panel. It's not your because your front panel doesn't know you plugged a modem in.
Well, see, this is the magic of this. Why does if I I got millions of all these little adapters.
Well, we didn't. Do you still have it? Hook it back up the way it was before because we didn't send data the other way.
Say that again.
Hook it up how we had before when you did all the SDL, so you can send stuff from TerraTerm because we didn't transmit from your.
No, I typed on the console and it shows up on TerraTerm. I type on TerraTerm and it shows up on the console.
So you did go both ways?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm putting the modem.
Now you're going from a 9-pin to a 25-pin, right?
Well, the modem's got a 25, yeah.
Yes, you're like so I said you're using a 9-pin to 25-pin adapter.
Well, cable.
Oh, it's a 9-pin to 25-pin cable.
Yeah, it's an actual modem cable. It's supposed to hook up to DTE on one end and the modem on the other end. Okay, now let's see. See, now I got it connected to the DCE port to the modem, and I can't see anything showing up on the modem. No lights move on the modem.
So you're typing on this little program here.
Yeah.
Then that's a cable problem. It's a modem problem or a cable problem because it works fine on your Altair.
But the cables, I pulled the cables and put them on the Altair, and they worked there.
I don't know what to tell you, Walt. If you can communicate between your TerraTerm and your program here, then you should be able to talk with your modem.
Yeah.
But you're using different cables than you're using to talk to your little loopback test thing.
Well, now I put a null modem on here going to the DCE port. And with the there I see the lights blinking. I'm connected to the DCE port with null modem adapter.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing is, let's see, AT.
There you go. Cable problem.
Uh-oh.
But I swapped out the ribbon cable. I actually swapped out this cable too.
Maybe it's an intermittent cable problem. Like I said, without
now it's working on.
Like I said, maybe it's an intermittent cable problem. Maybe you have a bad cable, and as you're moving it around and moving stuff around, it works, doesn't work, doesn't work.
Well, but I thought that's why I traded cables with the Altair 800C. And I mean, I swapped because Altair also has a DE9 to DB25 going to the Hayes modem. I just swapped those cables around, but now it's working. So
yeah, but no, I'm talking about the cables. I mean, the cable inside your.
Yeah, but I tried that one out with that brand new one you sent me.
Well, like I said, maybe you swapped that out, but didn't swap out the other cable, and then you swap cables and put another cable. I don't know, Walt.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is
But this is definitely a cable
I've done
problem.
everything one step at a time.
Yeah, this is definitely a cable problem. Your SIO is working fine in this computer, it looks like.
I'm wondering because I just reset that 300 baud switch on the board. I wonder if that wasn't the problem.
It's possible, or it wasn't all the way, or you had two on at the same time, or that'll definitely
Well,
mess things
that's
up.
it. Yeah, I just double checked all that. Man, I tell you, stuff can make you go crazy. Hey, Tony,
Yes.
how are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm doing pretty good. It's Father's Day, and my daughter sent me a cake.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen any activity from you on the forums since the last time, the last Zoom you were in here. So I thought maybe something else was going on.
Well, yeah, I'm doing some stuff on some other forums. I'm on automotive forums, travel trailer forums, electronics forums, all over the place. And I was a little slow for a few days because I got sick, and I was off for about 3 or 4 days, and then finally came back on again.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't on the computer doing anything for a short while there. But I did have a question for you though, and that is, where are you at with that um, with the ROM image? I mean, I got the ROM image working on the board that Flex 64K, and I could, look at it from the front panel on my IMSAI. I
Well,
could see the starting addresses were right, things like that. Did he ever try to get them reburned?
I tried burning it into a ROM, but on XG Pro, it says it's at address, like 20,
I
whatever.
thought I returned a message to you on that. That's Intel hex. It's the format of the character of the file. So it gives you on Intel hex. It always starts with a colon. The next number is going to be either a 0, a 1, or a 2, which means it's either sending you 8 bytes, 16, or 32 bytes. And then there's I think, two more zeros, and that tells you something about the file type. And then the address will be the next 4 characters. And then the next thing that happens is you start your code. And, those are 20s. So it's at the front, :2. So the next 32, or is it 64? Next 64 alpha characters are the hex. So you're getting 32 hex characters over. And then the last 2 characters is a checksum. That's an Intel hex format. So that's not address. Your address doesn't start until 4 characters before the data.
Yeah, well, see, that's one of the things throwing me off because all the other ROM images I load into the XG Pro software,
Yeah.
they never show that 2 in the far left corner.
Yeah, they're not actually Intel hex formatted files.
But
There's something else.
the ones I downloaded from DRAM, it says there it's an Intel hex file.
It's only an Intel hex file if it starts with a colon and a 0, a 1, or a 2. If it doesn't, it isn't Intel hex. It isn't actually Intel hex format. I've got data IO programmers over here, the professional programmers, all the professional programs I have, have Intel hex, and they all look identical. So you're getting hex, but I don't think that's really Intel hex. So it may be that your programmer doesn't actually know what Intel hex is.
Well,
that's way too high.
that's what I was thinking. If you could program one of those extra ROMs I sent
Yeah.
and mail that to me, then I could
Okay.
try and read it in with the XG Pro and see what's
Did you
different.
did you try programming it with a binary copy? I think I sent you a binary.
Yeah, I tried the binary. It loads the same way. It looks exactly the same.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if I load in what's a known good ROM,
Yeah.
then I should be able to see what's different.
Okay. Yeah, I can burn one of those and send it over.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I don't really have any hobby EEPROM programs. That's my problem. You know, things like those TL866 programmers or any of those other style programmers. I
Well,
only
that's
have commercial programmers here.
yeah.
So
Well, that's what I was thinking is maybe there's still something different in that file that XG Pro doesn't know how to deal with.
yeah, that could be.
Yeah, but if I have a good prom, then I can read it in. I'll be able to see what's different.
Okay.
Um,
All right. That's not a big problem. I got to get down to UPS and send it over, but
no,
all right. Well, let's see if I can get you a ROM and send it out here soon, and maybe tomorrow I'll get the stuff together. But I was just curious if you'd gotten that running,
well,
and
no, I was trying to see if I could shift the data up and down just to look at the data to see if I could get it to match what you showed me, but I can't find the same data.
all right, all right. Well, that if I give you a ROM, then it should be okay. So I did code it. I think I sent you an email with where all the locations were. They're all, I think, where you wanted them.
Yeah.
Um, and I put the ROM into that board you sent me and went in through the front panel and very carefully looked to see where does the address start? You know, is the code the right code? You know, in the right place? Is the files are all the right length? Things like that to make sure everything was in the right place. So I'm sure I made another copy of that with a starting address of 0 for the ROM so that it would burn into a 32K ROM. And so that was what I sent you. So if you could read Intel hex, then you should have been able to burn a ROM off it. I guess I probably ought to pick up a manual and look at it on that TL866 programmer. I've never had one, so never paid much attention to it.
Well, they're not as cheap as they used to be. I think when I first bought it, it was about $59. Now they're
Yeah.
like $89, something like that.
Yeah, I've also seen they're replaced. They have 2 or 3 models that are newer, and that one's, I think,
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much they're not selling that one anymore,
yeah,
but
it's
it's
a
newer ones.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's got to be just something different in the way it loads the files than the way yours loads files.
Yeah. Hmm. You don't have problems like that, do you, Patrick? No.
No,
Yeah.
no, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah. And do you use the TL 866 or any of those kind of
Yeah.
programmers?
Oh, yeah, the cheapo ones.
So have you ever loaded Intel hex into one of those? I
Uh-huh.
mean, real Intel hex.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. In fact, I can share.
Send Patrick that hex and bin file and let him take a look on his system.
All right. Could do that too.
Also with that JPEG you sent showing the code, the correct code.
Okay, I'll see if I can drag that out and send it over as well. Yeah, it's just kind of puzzling
Oh,
why it's so hard to program.
so hey, Walt, is it asking if I can share? Because I made you admin in case I had to leave.
Oh,
Because now it won't let me share.
how do I say, how do I let you share?
I don't know.
Doesn't it
When
pop up
Tim
a box or something
had a
somewhere?
bubble box or something, when Tim did it, I just said, okay.
Did you
Yeah,
have?
Oh, I don't know. It's going. They must be
yeah,
using they
that's
must
Intel
be,
Hex right there. Yeah, I
yeah,
see it.
that's
It's
Intel Hex, and let me just get to
yeah,
where
because it starts with a colon and a one, and the addressing is actually starting at 0000 for the what
yeah,
you're burning into the PROM. So that's the first address of the EEPROM itself, and that should be 16 bytes or 32 characters with a checksum of 97.
yeah. This is the ROM. I mean, I made a ROM a while ago. I got Altmon in here, kill the bit, SIO loopback tests,
Yeah.
JWD bootloader. But yeah, I just use the hex files and load them up with the program that came with it that only runs on Windows.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, maybe the TL 866 only can only do the colon one, only does 16 character, and I'm sending 32 character
Yeah,
file.
this is 32, right? I mean, this is the hex file that I would use.
No, it should be 16, so it's 32 characters, which is 16 bytes. Is that about what that is? It starts at E09, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That should be
70.
32 characters, and then you hit 97.
I think mine's even more than that because I'm at column 75. Get rid of, yeah, I don't
Wait
know.
a minute. 2, 4, 6. No, that's a 32 character. 32 characters. Count backwards from the 9, starting with 7. Go 7702. If you backspace,
Like from here?
I can't see your cursor, but
Oh,
if you were to start at the very beginning where the colon is, and you moved over 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's hard to see on my screen,
I mean, this
but
is probably where it
starting
starts
with the
because that's a
letter
jump.
E, E should be the first letter, and then if you just arrow over to your right, there should be 32 characters, and then there'll be a 97 that follows it. So 77 should be the 31 and 32.
Are you talking to Walt?
Talking to you, Patrick, you're just showing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
mine starts with the C3.
Yeah, it's 32. I just counted them.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah.
since it's colon one, that means there's 16 bytes, which is 32 alphanumeric characters, because you have 2 characters per byte, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, mine's a 20, so might have 32.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's a standard 16. Those are pretty common. The ones I sent start colon 2. Everything else is exactly the same, except you have twice as many bytes in there, and then a checksum on the end. So maybe it just doesn't know what a colon 2 is.
No, like I said,
Maybe that's the end of it.
mine's a colon 2, and I use this with the same.
Huh. Okay. I don't see what you're putting up there, by the way, Patrick. I don't see any colon 2s anywhere.
Oh, you don't? Am I sharing the wrong screen?
Sharing the wrong screen,
Oh,
probably.
mine says your screen sharing is paused. Let me try
How
this
can
again.
Oh,
I didn't pause any screen sharing.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know how
because
that happened.
you'll notice that the first ends in a 0, but that just means it's 8 or less. And then the next one is a 16 character. 16 bytes. And then the third row down is the 32 byte with a checksum of ED. And it starts, the first characters in the file are C3. Yeah, just like you said. So And that goes in the 866 and it programs great.
I haven't had any problem. I haven't done it in a while, but I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, well, that's the character format I'm sending, just like that.
Yeah,
It's
because now I
Intel.
just because I use this for the Flex 64K.
Yeah.
This I burnt the ROM, but now I just do it in the computer. I don't muck with the program anymore.
Okay.
But I know I initially the first one I burned was with this program,
Okay.
and it worked fine. I think it's easier to use with bin files.
For
It
some
seems,
people, it is because you don't have to consider addressing.
yeah,
So
some more, yeah.
if you were to compile a program and it started at 100 hex,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you export that as an Intel hex file, then it'll start out with like, colon two, whatever, and it'll start with it'll have 100. The very first line will have 100, 0, 100 as the starting address because that's what you compile the running code to, but you're not putting it in the EEPROM. It'll try to start it at 100 in the EEPROM, but that's not really where you want it. You want to start at the beginning of the EEPROM and you want to stick the EEPROM in a memory board, and then you want to offset that EEPROM to start somewhere like, you know,
Yeah,
somewhere else.
I had a problem. I think I had a problem doing offsets, getting it to do what I wanted with hex files.
Yeah,
So I run it through SREC. I just make my ROMs. And then I figured out what all the offsets are supposed to be, were based on where I want them in the ROM. And
yeah.
then I SREC hex files, do the offsets here, and then I just combine them all into one hex file. And then I
Okay.
make it and because I did have a problem with offsets in hex files, I think.
Yeah, I know in the programmers that I
Weird.
use, this one and the data IO. I have a Unisite data IO that I use, and it's got the ability to just type in whatever offset you want, and it just pops the code in wherever you want it. Both of them are set up for that. I have the other one's a Zeltec that I use, and it's the display looks a little bit like the 866 display I looked at the other day. Like if you're doing some programming, or if you look at the buffer, they kind of look similar.
Mhm.
But the offsetting is very easy to do in either Zeltec or the Unisite. And one of the guys on the Data IO side has rewritten a brand new graphical program to run the Unisites and other Data IO programmers. And it's got more bells and whistles than, you know, Southern Pacific Railway. So that's pretty neat too. You can load stuff all over the place.
Hey,
Anyway,
hey, Claude's back up. Yay.
okay.
But yeah, well, I mean, I have the same programmer as him, so if he has a hex file he's trying to load, he could send me the hex file,
Yeah, I can send you
and I
the.
can load it into the software.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the email that I sent him. I think the last one I sent had a bunch of pictures and explanations, and it had a binary and it had an Intel hex.
Okay.
I think in the last one I sent, I'll try to resend that one and see if you have any luck with it. And I know mine is right, although the board is sitting around here somewhere. I think it's over on the bench. Um, and that one seemed to be okay. The problem I have with helping Walt out with this stuff is that I don't have any of the same hardware. I don't have an Altair. I don't have any of the drive controllers or any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's why I
So
have a JAIR.
it's kind of hard to figure out whether it'll run or not. It's hard to actually run something.
It is. I'm trying to buy one of everything he has. That's why I bought the JAIR. I wrote him a whole
Yeah,
bunch of JAIR stuff and just on the simulator.
yeah.
So
I
it's like,
think
well,
the only
I
thing
got
we
to
have
get a
in
JAIR.
common, the only thing we have in common is I have a TDL Z80 card.
Oh, okay. Don't have one of
The
those.
Whenever I got the my IMSAI, the guy downstairs that was an engineer back in 1981 or something, gave me the IMSAI system, and it had it's the IMSAI that's sitting behind me, and it had the TDL Z80 card. It had North Star I think it's a North Star controller, hard sectored, and a pair of hard sectored drives, and a bunch of North Star discs. And it had a, not sure if it was an IMSAI serial controller that it had in it. It ran fine. And then I upgraded it back in the early 80s and eventually ended up with an SD Systems SBC 300
Okay.
with the it's not a VersaFloppy 300. It's the next thing up. It's the board set I have. I think I must be one of three people in the world that have it because nobody else seems to have any, has even seen an SBC 300.
I have a 200.
Yeah, so if you, I made a package and I put it on Bit Savers, I think, and a couple other places. It's the SBC 300 and it's the floppy drive. It's a 4 floppy, 3 hard drive.
Oh my God.
It's the next step up after the VersaFloppy, what is it, 200 or 300 or something like that?
There's a VersaFloppy 2, I know. But...
Yeah, so it must be, it would be the next one up, but it's not called a VersaFloppy 300. But it's,
I found that email and forwarded it to you, Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the bin, the hex, and a
yeah.
JPEG showing what the code should look like.
Yeah, there's your email.
okay.
By the way, this is Terry. I'm back.
Yeah, you got all the.
Yeah, this is an SBC 300. And
wow.
I probably need to turn on some lights in here.
Hey, sorry, Terry. I think I turned off your video.
That's all right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an SBC 300, which nobody seems to have but me.
No.
And I think I know of one other person that I've ever run across. And this thing right here is the VersaFloppy. Yeah, it's a VersaFloppy Winchester 3.
Oh, wow.
So I can put, well, it does SCSI 1, and then it's got connectors for 3 hard drives, and it's got connectors for, I can hook 4, because right now I have, back here, I have 2 half-height tandems, I think they are, and 2 5 1/4 half-height that I run out this thing whenever I plug it all back together again. And it's pretty cool. This board set is everything. Terminals, and the whole smear off that 2 boards. And once I got that, I kind of stayed on that for whenever I would use it over the next 40 years or so. So I didn't pick up a whole lot of other things. And the North Star obviously was no match for that thing. So, I didn't use the North Star until I finally found the boards in a box in the attic about 2 months ago. I finally went, I didn't know where it was, and I finally found a box and it had North and it had a star on it up in the attic, and I figured, I know what that is. So I ended up with that system again. I haven't actually run the North Star, but I've been using the Z80 card for testing stuff out, and I used it to check out that in the memory card that I gotten from Walt. See how that stuff works. One thing I found though is almost everything I have really needs to have the older, other than this SBC 300. Everything else works better with the older style bus. So yeah, so that's one thing I've run across. It's everything I have practically is the older style, IMSAI-JAIR type bus cards. I've got a lot of stuff.
That's what this group's all about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's I have those, and I have a whole bunch of boards I got from John and a couple of other people that I built up. I've got like the Z180, which is a really nice board. Got a couple of those, and his propeller console board. I finally had to get one of those because everything they build is first built for the propeller board as a console. So I finally had to, go and bite the bullet and get myself one. The thing I'm kind of disappointed in is John doesn't have a 64K board for memory. He's got, like the 4 meg and some larger ones, I think, in his stable of boards.
I think someone said that they can put a 64K chip on like the 4 meg board.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
4 meg board, you can run just 2 chips, and that'll give you 64K. That's what I've got.
And that's what that is.
Yep.
But he doesn't have just a regular 64K board, and this one's a little harder to configure. The one that Walt had, that I guess Mike had built, or Mike and Josh had built, that one, it's simple. It's just plain simple, And if you're trying to get somebody to come in and learn how to use an IMSAI or Altair, new user, that seems like a perfect board for them. So very easy to set up.
Yeah, the only way it gets easier is to use an FTC Plus board.
Yeah. So yeah, and I keep thinking about this stuff. Some of these boards, we actually have within the S100 community a lot of fairly easy to use boards if we just stuck them all together into a package and said, use this set and use these settings, and people, it seems like they'd be successful practically on first power up.
See, that's the thing. I was documenting my builds so that I have notes in case something goes wrong and I can change a board out and make sure jumpers are right in that. And then I got some emails from some fathers that had kids that wanted to build their own computers. So I started putting up my website with all my notes there. And one of the kids built a Altair based on following my webpage. And it's just an Altair 8800C. He bought the different boards and stuff and put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, they don't let their kids on forums or anything. So I think they're like 10-year-old or 12-year-old, something like that.
Yeah, I can see the problem there. I'm a dad, so I would be careful myself. But
hey guys, I'm sorry, I gotta hop off. It's unfortunately a work night.
Oh, yeah, for me, work night means that I wander over here and maybe plug some more parts. I got one of those new SCSI boards from John yesterday. So that's my idea of work.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, mine is like gotta be on the clock at 7.
Yeah, I understand that.
Somebody else made
I appreciate it.
replica.
So hang on. Patrick, did Walt forward you the mail with all the EEPROM information?
Yeah, it has all your snapshots and everything. So I'll just kind of run through it here and make sure it works for me. And
all
then,
right. Make sure this gets done before you drop off.
Yeah.
Can you re-enable me?
I think Walt has to.
Oh, okay.
I made him admin, so if I left, it wouldn't close the whole thing down.
That's okay. I don't really need any video.
To enable the video?
Yeah, I think you click on the 3 dots on his thing and say video on or something.
Like more at the bottom?
I thought you could just turn it back on, Terry, but
nope. It says you cannot start your video.
Oh,
okay. Now it's there.
Oh,
yay!
Oh, yay!
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Happy Father's Day. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night.